downtown Columbia on campus. University of South Carolina. Game 3 of this top 15 showdown. The rough and rugged SEC, the Gamecocks, and the Crimson Tide. We've had plenty of fireworks already this weekend from Cocky's perspective. And our game summary explains exactly what has transpired up to this point. Carolina just 5 total hits between 2 games over on ESPN. Sam Gress in the circle for Carolina once again. And Vandegrift is going to pop out to third. Ella Chansey came. We saw a lot of one-pitch outs, including what we just witnessed with Audrey Vandegrift. And Rhodey trots in to record out number 2.
Well, in the last 3 outings, the 5th is
8 and a 3-for-5 start this weekend. 378 on the year. Sharply to Blankenship. A jump and a power, and it's in time. Well, you want to put a star by that one deep in the hole. Brooke Blankenship makes the.
You got to keep the blood pumping.
Lelio over to Hevlin. Jocelyn Brisky gets the start in the circle. We saw her.
A lot of maturity in the circle for this arm.
Carly Shelton back to Brisky, 2 away.
And this again is the pace of the game we saw in game 2. Just a lot of dominance in the circle for
runs, series victories. Cut on and miss. Rhodey comes up empty. The first strikeout for Brisky, and a 1-2-3. Elistad without a hit this weekend, and that trend continues. A strikeout for Sam Gress. That's her first after 5 in game 2. And in terms of the hosting bubble on Wood, certainly much better today. Hammer to right field and a hop off the wall. Knight has it off the bounce, and a 1-out double for the Crimson Tide. And the 2-1 back up the middle into center field. Patrick Murphy will wave around the runner. The throw to home plate, not in time. So Giles scores from second. Lelio dropped in a nice ball towards home. And it's 1-0 Crimson Tide. So Hawkins, the run scoring single.
This is just enough to get it done. A fundamental swing from Hawkins, busting this up the middle of the field. Lelio in center with an absolute bullet. She's lucky this is online. If that ball gets away from Winters at home plate, potentially giving up another 60 feet to Saylon Hawkins.
Pitch 25 from Gress, who threw 109 pitches in game 2, and a free pass. The first walk of the game issued by Sam Gress. And now the Crimson Tide with runners at first and second.
If you don't square it up.
Popped up shallow center, and Blankenship right behind second base. 2 away. When you
through the zone, it feels light as a feather, high RPM rate, a lot of spin. And then their speed, as you can hear it off the bat, right? Feels and sounds like a thud. That's exactly what you're getting off the hand of Neely Lamb.
High leverage situation. Neely Lamb clutch with 2 quick outs. Bama strikes first. Had 1 hit in the game 2 victory. It was off of her bat in the first inning, and the 3-run blast was more than enough. She'll fly out to center field, and Vandegrift here for out number 1. You probably had like 25 friends and family there, maybe 35. Chansey high in the air, and Johnson records the second out. Payoff pitch stays high, and the Gamecocks, the 2-out walk. What a battle between Blankenship and Brisky. A lot of.
You can hear it from the stands as well.
9 straight balls thrown. Make it 10. South Carolina Gamecock after transferring in from Longwood. Grand ball, and it sneaks through for a base hit. 1 run is in. 2 runs will score. Carolina's in front.
I mean, this, again, is the clutch factor of Emily Vincent, a South Carolina native, stepping into this program and wearing it proud. A transfer from Longwood,
robbing a 3-run home run, and then 2 home runs later, she's been an impactful player. Over the head of Vandegrift. 1 more run will score. Here comes a second. The throw is late, and it's 4-1 USC. Well, Vandegrift thought she was going to be able to catch it. It sailed right over her glove to the wall.
As clutch as it gets for Lelio at the plate, she has been money in this leadoff position. Check out the late jump of Vandegrift. I mean, we're talking about the fastest athlete in the sport of softball right now, and instead of continuing that speed, taking that drop open angle to try and put a glove on this ball, she halts the wheels and decides to team. It is so hard for teams to prepare for 5 arms.
Shelton up the middle. Lelio is going to be waved around third. 5 runs are in for South Carolina.
Alabama in game 1.
Served into left field. Ariana Rhodey. Base hit to keep the inning alive, and the Gamecocks have batted around in the home half of the second.
It's just hard to believe that a South Carolina team is not going to burn you for loading the bases with free passes.
Still 2 aboard. Backhanded, and a nice shot by Hovland to get the force out at second. 5 runs on 4 hits. Mentioned that Vandegrift, among the nation's leader in stolen bases this year. Sends it back to Neely Lamb. There's 1 away. Her speed well.
Video game numbers.
The 0-2, and a fly ball to deep left field. Off the base of the wall. Johnson, a 1-out double. And a spark for the Crimson Tide. 7th double this season for Lauren Johnson, who got the start in left field this afternoon. Blooped down the right field line, and that's fair. Patrick Murphy's going to wave around Lauren Johnson, and here comes Alabama. It's 5-2.
This is just good, fundamental softball at the plate from Hovland. This ball's on the outer half of the plate, a curveball working low away from her. She's able to throw the barrel at this ball, hits it exactly where it's thrown. More importantly, hits behind the runner.
Right, but it's not my fault because inherently that question was just ingrained in my brain because it was so good.
It was so fresh.
Ellisted flies out to left field to Emily Vincent. And I mean,
I talked about this earlier. It's a heavy ball. I mean, it's going to get on your hands quick.
Change up and a fly ball to center. Lelio beside the logo. Crimson Tide add a run on with this new look roster and the 6 transfers in from Charlotte, where she coached last year in the previous 4 campaigns. And I think all those goals are on the verge of being achieved, and a punch out. In demand. Couldn't do it. 2-2 pitch. Nearly caught by Hovland. And Blankenship's aboard on a well-placed infield single. Sharply, Hovland this time up to the challenge, over to first, and too high for Dukeshire.
Did I jinx that?
Right, because there's people watching that care so much about these games and the outcomes of these games. And so the announcers that get on the airwaves and just make a mockery of it. Couldn't disagree more. A strikeout, the second of the inning for Hodges. Words that you can't use when you ask somebody a question in an interview situation. I've never done it before.
You got to recap it for the viewers.
2-2 pitch, a 1-1 pitch rather, be a fly out to second. You can't have runs to win this game, but at some point they're going to mount another rally of some sort. A little bit of a shift in play out in front was Dukeshire in the off-speed pitch. And the strikeout for Neely Lamb. That'll be. Sun has peeked back out from behind the clouds. Bad weather pushed through the area last night. Ground ball to Shelton. And a 1-2-3 inning for Neely Lamb. Home half of the fourth. Catcher cooled, and now it is soaring back up as it sneaks through that cloud cover. The temperatures expected in the mid to upper 80s, and a hot shot to Elistad. And Vinson goes loudly for out number one.
The best players to ever come through our sport, and I think at times added a lot of pressure to this young woman. And since she's stepped over to South Carolina, has just blossomed into a truly.
Shelton in the 2-hole. Second time today Lelio has reached, this time with the walk. And Shelton in foul territory. Elistad is there. Talent would carry and transfer quite nicely, and it has. The snap throw down to first may have grazed Lelio right on top of the helmet.
But even on a throwdown, right? You're diving back into a bag or taking a cleat. Ouch.
Ariana Rodi has set the new single-season record for free passes in Columbia. That record just went up a notch. Gamecocks with runners, and I still feel like they left Norman realizing this team's going to be a lot better than most realize. Base hit to left field. Lelio slides in safely to make it 6-2.
I mean, any way to get it done. Lexi Winters just punching this through, kind of gets fisted right on the handle of that bat, and Lelio never put on the brakes. It almost looked like it caught Vandegrift a bit.
I was going to guess 40. Up the middle, sneaks through. McKnight being waved around. 7-2 Carolina.
Well, that makes all 5 walks now crossing home. Into that catcher's pocket.
And a nice job out of the bullpen to slam the door shut, the strikeout.
Vandegrift between the 1 and the 9 are table setters. Find their way on base, wreak havoc on the base paths.
Over to second, Shelton gobbles it up. Gets it.
I think for Vandegrift, it's those first 3 steps off the back.
To the gap and in and out of the glove of Knight. Throw back to second and diving in safely is Vandegrift. If that throw was on target with a relay.
So to your point, someone sets the standard and they keep pushing the bar.
Shelton over to Rodi. Advancing to third is Vandegrift. There's 2 away. Going to say too, it's interesting because if you just finished facilities, it's a big advantage. Blankenship to first to end the threat. Otherwise a run scores, but the Gamecocks escape. We did do the journalistic dissertation. Hevlin on the E4. And the toss back to second. Knights. Leadoff batter aboard for Carolina. Hevlin just unable to come up with it cleanly.
I mean, you got to tip your cap to the athleticism here of Abigail Knight. She sees that this ball is off the heel of Hevlin at second base, and she never puts on the brakes. Challenging this defense to make a play and make a perfect throw to grab another 60 feet.
Well, let's see. They may want to take a look at that. Oh, goodness. Now, lightning in the area, and that is going to create at least a 30-minute delay in Columbia. That was not what we anticipated hearing. As everybody cleared the playing surface.
I thought we were going to a replay
At Beckham Field. I did as well.
Well, that'll be 30 minutes. And that is if another lightning strike doesn't hit.
Well, 7-2 ball game, home half of the 5th inning, and a weather delay officially underway. The second time that has occurred in as many games going back to yesterday. And a quick look at the radar. It's around, but not as close as you would expect, and we shall see how all of this